Good morning, everybody. If you're returning, I want you guys put your paws up in the air to show that you've been here before and you know what to do. And paws up is just a celebration of everything that's awesome, and you guys are so awesome. So I celebrate you today. My name is Rebekah Borucki, and I have a website called BEXLIFE.com where I teach people how to be blissed in every single day of their lives, no matter who, what, or where they are. And I do that through fitness, wellness, yoga, and mantra meditation. I'm answering a question today from a follower. I'm not going to say her name, but I really want to talk about this, and I promised that I would talk about it on Periscope. So she said, let me get to the point. Okay, I was part of your webinar last week with Grace, and as much as I love meditation, I am looking for something more in my journey to self-awareness and was convinced hypnosis would be it. Perfect. I am on day 7 of Grace's boot camp. I noticed that around day 4, I was overcome with sadness. I have a lot of great things happening in my life. I'm filled with gratitude on a daily basis, and I have a gratitude journal I write in daily. Perfect. Yet I feel weighed down, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I haven't been able to think of something to write about in my gratitude journal, even though that is never a problem for me. I feel myself becoming resentful and short with my boyfriend, but not with others. I have a big move happening in the coming months, and instead of feeling my usual excitement, I am now having tremendous doubt. I can take responsibility for these thoughts, but I'm still immensely frustrated that they are even happening. I was just wondering if this is a normal reaction, given that I'm starting a new practice. I feel so defeated, like my ego and subconscious are fighting against the positive changes I'm trying to make. I feel so sad and like crying all the time. I feel like a failure. Any insight you could give would be so helpful. Awesome. Okay, then it goes on a little bit. So I want to talk about, first of all, she's referencing a program that my friend Grace Smith TV here on Periscope has, and it's amazing, and she's going through this 21-day boot camp. So I invite you to go to BexandGrace.com if you want more information on that. We did a whole 90-minute webinar, and it's totally free. So go to BexandGrace.com and check that out, and if any of you could help me by putting that in the comments, that would be awesome. And it is Heather Waxman, a juicy, beautiful question, and I want to address that because it happens to so many people. So you started this new spiritual practice, and now you're feeling worse than before. And what does that mean? So stuff that we've turned off is coming up. Yes. I'm laughing at the troll comment. Sorry. I want you to think about food detox for a second. When we go through a detox with food, and what I've been talking about for years with my friend Mike Perrine, and how we address symptoms when it comes to food detox. So you started a new diet, you're eating really clean, maybe you've gone on some kind of cleanse to clean yourself out, and all of a sudden you're feeling like shit. Everything feels terrible. Your energy is low. You're feeling sick, you're breaking out, maybe acne is happening, all of this stuff. It's like your body is just rejecting everything that you're doing. Maybe. In the process of cleaning yourself out and rebuilding, your body is going to start pushing things out that it doesn't want. Like when your body cleanses itself, it's going to push stuff out everywhere. So acne might start happening. And that's why we always promote colonics, because when you do the colonic and you help your body eliminate toxins, it prevents it from pushing it out in other places. But there is this period of your body not feeling well as it rebuilds, as it cleanses itself, detoxes, and rebuilds. And it's totally normal. And if you think of it in terms of, think of someone going off of heroin, right? Heroin isn't good for your body. But when you're going off of a drug that you've been addicted to, something as strong as an opiate, you feel terrible. You're throwing up. You feel like you're dying. All your body wants is that drug back. Now, is the solution to put the drug back into your system? Because that will make you feel better. Absolutely not. So when you're detoxing off of food that's toxic for you, by reintroducing that food, people will think especially when people go vegetarian, they're like, oh, I went off meat and I was feeling terrible, and then I started eating meat again and I felt good. Doesn't mean that meat's good for you. It just means that your body was going through the detox process of addiction. It was cleansing itself, And when you reintroduce that thing that it felt like it was missing, then you start to feel better. But that doesn't mean that it was good for you. It just means that you were kind of like treating the symptoms of a very, very normal detox process. So this happens with the spiritual detox as well. In our daily lives, especially when we are, even when we're just trying to be positive, which I don't even think is the best solution. People are always like, I try to be positive. I try to turn things around. I try to turn my negatives into positives. What we're really doing is masking real emotion. So we're not allowing emotion to come out, and we're hiding it. And we're pushing it down. And we're saying, oh, I shouldn't think negative thoughts. I should only think positive thoughts. So we're constantly burying our emotions, even in an effort to do something really good for ourselves. When we start tapping into those emotions, when we're really getting into the nitty-gritty, when we're cleaning our thought patterns out, when we're cleaning our thought processes out, when we're detoxing from trying to hide from our emotions, stuff is going to come up. It's going to push out. And good stuff's going to come up, and we're going to feel joy that we've never felt before, but then stuff that doesn't feel so good is also going to come out. So just like your body's like pushing out the toxins and it's erupting as acne, your body is pushing out these feelings that haven't been able to be expressed before, and it's going to feel like sadness, and it's going to feel wrong. So my message to you is, when you're going through a process of kind of cleaning up the muck, of detoxing from negative stuff, from detoxing from the habit of suppressing stuff, of not feeling the feelings, it's going to push out. It's going to come up, and it's normal. It's totally normal. I don't know if any of this made sense to you. Maybe put your paws up if it makes sense. I do not script these Periscopes. I just talk to you. I talk to you about what I'm feeling. But the detox process, the cleansing process, is universal. It's universal to diet. It's universal to addiction. It's universal to emotion. So we hide, we suppress, we intake toxicity. And when we release it, or when we stop that habit, the real stuff comes up. So if you're going through something where you're trying to better your life, or you're trying to, thank you for all the paws up, but you're trying to really feel your real feelings, you got to accept all the feelings. You can't pick and choose. There's a lot of stuff still buried deep inside of me. And when it comes up, it feels uncomfortable. It feels really crappy. But I have to allow it. I had a really amazing conversation with Chris Carr, who I love. And yes, I'm going to name drop like crazy because I love this woman. I had this amazing conversation with Chris Carr. And I was talking to her. If you are not familiar, she has been living with stage 4 cancer for 13 years. And not only is she living with it, she's thriving with it. And from her cancer diagnosis, she created a documentary called Crazy Sexy Cancer. She has written several books, New York Times best-selling books. And she has an amazing platform, a crazy sexy platform at chriscarr.com. She is phenomenal. And I look up to her so much. And I was talking to her about her bad days. Like, she has cancer that can activate at any moment, and it could kill her. And that's the truth. She faces death on a regular basis. So how does she handle those bad days? And she said that she does not amputate any of her feelings, that she allows herself to feel all her feelings. She even admitted to having temper tantrums and being fiery and yelling at her husband, but she lets it all happen. Because when we try to constantly put a positive spin on things, like, oh, I shouldn't be negative, I should be happy, I should think positive thoughts, I should only use positive words, what happens? We amputate those feelings. So feel the feelings, but then understand that you have participation, that you have control, that you have power, the power to seek help, the power to use tools. So feel those feelings. Know that they're normal, especially if you're going through the process of a spiritual or emotional detox. All it is your body bringing up the stuff that's been hidden and suppressed for so long. Just because you're suppressing it doesn't mean it's not there. And that's it. Compassion for our feelings is so big. Who out there has seen the movie And maybe she could be my mom figure. She's far too young to be my mom figure, but I'll let her be my big sister. Who has seen the movie Inside Out? I've talked about this several times on my Periscope. Even if you're a big person and you don't have kids, I recommend that you see this movie. I'm hoping that it comes out on DVD very soon because I want to start gifting it to everybody that I know. I'm not your mom, Robin. I'm only 37. Okay, you guys have seen it. Good. Love it. Waiting for it on video. Watch it as soon as it comes out. That movie touched me the way no movie ever has. So many lessons in that movie that I want to watch it again and again and again with a notebook. It was, and just take notes and share the notes with people. It's now live streaming. Ooh, the movie's called Inside Out, and it is a Disney Pixar movie, and it is not just for kids. Even if you're an adult, you have to see this movie. It will teach you so much about yourself. Even if you know it all, you'll learn more. It's such an incredible movie. What's my opinion on saying things happen at the right time? I discussed this very recently on Facebook, in the form of everything happens for a reason. And I think that saying everything happens for reasons lends itself to the idea of destiny, which I do not believe in. I do not believe that our paths are predetermined. I know the next question is going to be, do I believe in God? What religion am I? So I'm Christian. I believe in God. I do not believe that our paths are predetermined. I believe that we were created and created with divine intention for greatness. That greatness has been placed inside of us, but we've also been given the ultimate gift of free will. Our ultimate gift, free will. Think about it. This freedom to decide, this freedom to pursue our dreams, this freedom to uncover and reveal who we are, discover new things in ourselves and other people. So I think things happen when they happen. And I think they happen how they happen. And I think good things happen, bliss happens, and shit happens. And I think that how we deal with it allows us to have opportunity for learning. So I think that there's opportunity in all things. I think all things happen for opportunity. And you can take that opportunity to do something great, or you can take that opportunity to do something not so great. You can take that opportunity to ignore it and stay where you are. But I do not think that things happen for a reason. I think that they happen and all things allow for opportunity. Because I think we have free will, and it's a beautiful thing. And even this process, like we're going back to detox, things happen that hurt. Things come up for us that reveal. But if we don't take that opportunity to participate in the process, we're missing out. They don't happen for a reason. They happen no matter what. Stuff happens no matter what. But what is our participation in the learning? So when these things are coming up for us and they feel icky, what is our participation in the learning? How can you be curious about the process instead of judgmental, instead of afraid? Fear is a judgment. Instead of afraid, how can you be curious about what's happening so that you may grow? Right? So never be afraid of any of your feelings. They're all valid. They're all speaking something to you. And they all provide an opportunity for you to learn more about yourself. I hope that answers your question. My dear follower, I love it when you guys email me, and I read every single one. But I am far behind on answering them. I got to tell you the truth. So when you find me on social media at BEXLIFE everywhere, that is such a better way, not only for me to be able to connect with you, but also to serve others. So when you follow me, then I can use that public platform to be able to serve others. Because I would much rather help 1,000 people than just one, obviously. And I love having this personal interaction with you, but how great is it that we can share it with the whole world? How could I have learned all this 10 years ago? This happened for me at the right time. Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing. If it happened to you 10 years ago and you learned it, wouldn't have that been the right time too? I think that it's a comfort for us to say that everything happens for a reason because it gives meaning to our lives when it sometimes feels meaningless. But there's a lot of lessons that I wish I would have learned a long time ago, and I would have received them, and it would have been all good. It would have been right. But everything doesn't happen for a reason. For instance, both of my parents died 2013, close time frame together, very painful for me. I don't see reason in that both my parents had to die young. But there was opportunity for me to learn a lot about that experience. Learn about myself, learn about the grieving process, learn about how I want to live my life differently. So there was opportunity in that I could see. But did it happen for a reason? Do I think that there's a puppet master killing off people so that other people can learn big lessons? No. No. I think stuff happens. Stuff happens. And we have to find the learning in it. I don't have a puppet master. I've been given the gift of free will. How can I let go or be okay with my child's suicide? How can I learn to be okay with this? You don't have to be okay with that. I'm so sorry for your loss. And that's just another situation where it's like, there's not reason in that. There's opportunity in it for you to tell your story, to help someone else heal, to maybe save another life. See what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for that. How can you tell someone who's lost a child that there was a reason? No, but there's opportunity for you to help other people, for you to grow as a person, you know? So I hope you guys received my words today. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for sending love to each other. That is such a beautiful thing. That's why I love answering these questions in a public forum so that you guys may help each other. That's why we're here, to love and to be loved, to learn and to teach. All right, I love you guys. 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 Enjoy your day. I'm going to go enjoy my day, and I will see you again soon, tomorrow, for another 11:11 a.m. Eastern mantra motivation. Today's mantra I will leave you with really quickly. I allow all of my feelings. All of my feelings are valid. I allow all my feelings. All of my feelings are valid. I am a feeling wonderful, beautiful person who is created with divine intention.